year after year, Yates has one of the best basketball teams in the state, even in the country. That is their standard. But head coach Greg Wise says even among those special teams he has had, this year's group really stands out. From top to bottom, they might be the most talented team he's ever had. They are smart, relentless, and focused. The Lions have scored 100 points in a national high school record 20 straight games. That includes Thursday night win over Hardin Jefferson in the second round of the playoffs. Their quest to win a state title continues this week against Lamarck. It's state or bust for the Lions.
I mean, the community is proud of what you guys do. Outsiders who don't see what everything is about, what Yates basketball is about, what Greg Wise is about, you get a lot of critics. And I know it's easy for you to say you ignore that, you don't listen to it, but on some level it has to bother you, especially when they're talking about your kids.
Yeah, and again, it's more bothering me for them than for me, because I know, people that know me, they know how I am and know I'm gonna do things the right way. The kids know that. The faculty, my principal, everybody understands I'm gonna do it the right way. But when somebody, like last night game, when you get a coach to say some things that are totally wrong, and then when you backdoor it and look on the other side that he is actually doing the things he's accusing us of doing, and you can come and talk to any of our kids, anybody, and there's no recruiting going on. AAU, I was out of the city the whole summer, so I didn't even attend my own kids that I knew their age. So let alone go and watch somebody else. So to say we going to AAU games and recruit, but the back door on that, if you're not going to watch your kids play, then that leaves for somebody else to come and watch them. That leaves for them to not feel like you care about them. So this is actually the first summer that I wasn't here, and it was because of a family deal. But to say that we recruiting and all that, the kids that they're talking about live in our zone. This is the only place they could play, because this is where, other than a private school. And so I welcome anybody to come in and ask questions about anybody in our building, and they're not going to find anything other than that this is where these kids are supposed to be playing.
And you have, over the course of time, you have players, outstanding players who live in your zone, who are zoned to Yates, who go to other schools. They choose not to come here. Part of that because of competition sometimes, I'm sure.
True. Yep, and had a couple that have left and come back here this year. And I guess that might be some of the ones they looking at that's here that wasn't here last year, but they actually were here before last year and was zoned here and left and came back.
Still living down the street from the school. And people, and I've got a couple emails after a column about your style of play and how you guys are relentless and your precision. You play such smart basketball, but people call it street ball, and we know why they say that, but that has to irk you as well.
Yeah. And the main part I look at is that's just people that don't know basketball, and you're always gonna have people when you strive to be great and strive to be the best you can be. You're always gonna have negative people that try and bring you down, and that's just their mindset. Instead of being the best they can be and being happy for people, they want to try and bring you down. Me, I just look at whatever anybody else does. I hope they do the best that they can do, and if I can help them in a way, I'm there to do that. But when you look at our team, as we've talked before, we play 10, 11 different presses. For them kids to be able to pick that up, and sometimes it takes a little longer for some kids to get it. But once they get it, and we can do things against other teams, no team can really prepare for how we practice and how we play, because you may prepare for this press, but we're doing this press, this press, this press. So, and that's the great thing about it. We look at teams all the time. Look, they couldn't get ready for this, but they're gonna get this.
You're gonna switch up on
a whole different thing.
And a player, if a player doesn't pick up enough of what you do, he can't get on the court for you. He has to play a smart basketball player.
Mm-hmm. And we've had some really talented guys that it took them a little while to get on the court because they couldn't pick up that part. You got to play defense here, or you can't play. So, and you got to do it my way, or you can't play. which is another reason why I'm not gonna go and try and get a kid to come here, because I know how I am, and if you don't do it right, you can go somewhere else and play.
Funniest on the team, I mean, look at him. That's all I can say. Cut.
Hey, how much you pay for your haircut?
0. As you can see. The barber got mad. I told him I had no money. He's like, man, just get in the chair. What was going through your mind while he was cutting your hair? Life. Look at it, man. I can't think straight because what's on my head right now.
Hey, man. Good shot last night. How you feel about that shot?
I feel good, man. We just feed off the crowd energy and just keep rolling on the court.
Hey, what's the first thing you doing after we win state?
Going to get a new haircut. You might need to do that before then, because we're going to be taking pictures. Yeah, I got to go get a new haircut.
So what you expecting, like, next game coming up? Like, what you going to bring for the table? Like, what you going to do?
Same thing I bring every game. Energy, defense, passing, scoring, whatever we need to win. It's going to be a tough game, Let's say the whole city coming out for the game. We going to handle business.
Yeah, same thing. I'm going to do it as well. Like, I'm going to rebound and stuff, like, do whatever I got to do.
If the viewers watching, please refer me to y'all barber. A good one, a 5-star. A 5-star barber. I'm state bound. I can't be state bound with a haircut like this.
How you feel about the practices? Like playoffs game and stuff?
Practice has been pretty cool. We just go through the same stuff we go through during the regular season, just intensifies knowing that we got a next big game coming up and we could go home. So we just all stay locked in and get ready for the next game.
Right.
You guys seem to have a lot of fun in practice. Y'all have fun around each other. At the game, though, when y'all, it's all business, huh?
Yeah, it's straight business. Once we step when we step in between the lines, no friends, none of that. We straight business. We getting straight to it.
What does that 100-point streak of 20 games in a row mean for you guys?
I mean, of course it's huge because it's a national record, but I mean, having a record without getting to our goal that we want to reach, I mean, it wouldn't mean nothing to me, really. I really just want to win state.